Finally, after a long time, we had a clear night, so I took the two telescopes out. This is the shadow of them. I thought that I would show you the shadow. And what you could see is that SkyWatcher Evostar 90mm objective lens refractor telescope, as you can see, is made in China. I think it is f10 because it's 900mm also. So it makes the f10 telescope refractor, of course. The Starwave is equal to Lyra 102, and is again made in China. Is a very longer tube it has, and tube rings also are very good quality. It has a beautiful rotatable. Everything is rotatable. Focuser, everything you can rotate, not just a tube. And it's made in China. I use it with Astro Physics 2-inch diagonal, which is the premium, the best diagonal you can get, even better than the Everbright of the Televue. And this is made in China. Everything is, it feels like a Questar when you want to use it. Mechanically is equal to Questar. Means that for the convenience you can move and rotate the focuser. The Evostar is almost half the price, and as is smaller slightly, but it comes with a mount. It's a couture mount, really good, solid couture mount. Lyra doesn't come with anything, even not the diagonal. You have to add your own diagonal. And now I'm pointing both of them to the Jupiter and trying to see what differences I can notice. With the I'm using Takahashi LE 7.5mm on the Lyra or Starwave 102 refractor, and on the Evostar I'm using the SkyWatcher 7mm eyepiece. The image in the Lyra or Starwave is actually slightly bigger. I think that is because of the focal length of it being longer. And the other one, all this is 7 also, and should be magnified a little bit more. Is actually image is a little bit smaller. So what I will do, I will switch that. I will go to a 4mm eyepiece on the Evostar 90 and just see what differences I will notice. But the amount of the details I can see in both of them, if I find it in the Lyra, I can see the same on the Evostar. I could see the red spot, great red spot of the Jupiter. And I could see the same on the Evostar. Okay, I have now replaced the 7mm Nirvana with the 4mm Nirvana. My purpose was to get an image almost the same size as the image I could see in the Lyra Starwave 102 through the 7.5mm Takahashi. Because it has a bigger tube, it actually magnifies more. So to compensate for that, I went for a 4mm. The amount of the details are equal in both now almost. What I see on this telescope, Lyra, with the Takahashi, if I find it on this, I can find it on this one also. Now, the image is slightly now is bigger on the 4mm Nirvana eyepiece on the Evostar, but the details are equal, and I think that that is a good comparison of these two sizes I can now do. Which one I prefer? Okay, I'm used to, as I mentioned, to using the bigger telescope with the bigger star diagonal, 2-inch diagonal on this one is more convenient for me. And also the finder scope is bigger. The position of the tube and rotating of the focuser is also advantage for me because I can just do that easily. With this one is all right. It's my first telescope that I got after coming back to the hobby. The first one was this Evostar 90. Is a solid, really good telescope. Takahashi Starbase, which is now on sale for £500, double the amount of the Evostar, is inferior to this what I am describing, the Evostar. Evostar is superior to that. The thing is that with the Lyra, you have the premium quality of the rotatable focuser and the dual focuser, Crayford focuser. I prefer rack and pinion of the Evostar, of course, 90. That's a rack and pinion. Always, every day, I prefer that one. It's more stable. The focus doesn't change, shift too much. So this is the favorite one for me. I've used the Televue diagonal on this one, 1.25 inch, as you can see here. It gives a really bright image. You can see notice the difference. You know, if you use a cheaper thing, you can see the difference when you use them. When come back from cheaper diagonal to more, you can see the difference. Of course, the another thing is that just completely Japanese do that. Completely ignore the diagonal, remove it, and just look through the telescope with the eyepiece. That is even better. You don't need to spend that much money. In this one, Astro Physics 2-inch was really good. I've used it with other telescopes. You can see also the significant increase in the light. Not significant, just a slight, I should say. Slight increase. The another option is that what the Japanese do, as I mentioned, they just ignore it and just go for the diagonal. Without diagonal, looking through the telescope directly. It makes it difficult if you are looking at the zenith or something like that, but near the horizon, the object will be easier. So, which one I prefer? I think both of them are very good. For a starter beginner, the Evostar is really good, is a winner. I may actually do a test on this, just to go Japanese way and just look through the telescope without a diagonal. It will be difficult. I will have some neck pain, but wish me luck. I will make a video on that, and I will let you know what differences I notice. It's definitely a cost-saving measure, and you see more light. You don't waste the light.